Hello and welcome to my very first episode and my very first series of my hornby collection. And first of all, I want to start off with the box. This is the Tornado Pullman set. It's DCC and it's 00 gauge train set. And if we look, that's the that is the track that it came with. and if you look on the detail of this engine, if I just put it back there, the detail on this engine, right, if I pick up right here, is fantastic. But I have made a few complicated matters to it, but I'm taking it to a train shop in Eastleigh to get it fixed. But here it is, and if you look at anything that's wrong with it, it's because I'm having it repaired. The wind deflectors are not there, but I'm having that repaired. But still, it's very heavy. It's not that heavy. I'll say it weigh like sort of like a half a cupful or something like that. And if we move to this next engine here. Here is an engine that I got from a friend. It's he was planning on selling his train set, but I wanted to buy this off him because it's not because of the colour, it's how I look. But I'm having this like repainted at the same train shop. But the see, if you look what he's done, the painting is well off. But we're sorting that out. And here is a coach that I bought for £4.50 at the train shop to go with the red engine, but I'm planning on painting it black. But it's not too big and it's not too heavy, it's just about right for it to pull. And this is going at the back of the coach. If we just hook it on there, and if we look at that, that is a complete, well, not a complete, but it's a sort of good match for it to pull passengers and stuff. But just leave that there quick. But here I've got a flatbed because I felt like buying this for my little shunting engine, which I'll show you in a minute. We'll get to that later. But as you can see, the wheels didn't go round, so that's why I had to make these little holes for the wheels to go fully round, so it kept derailing. But now that's sorted out. And here is the tender for the Tornado Pullman Express. I don't really like the colour for this. I would prefer that it said British Railway on it, and I don't really like the logo. But it's still a good deal, and it's very nice, but it's not really my sort of colour for to be a proper engine. And here we've got one of my favourites, but it's very old, so that's why I have to be very careful. We've got the really old Golden Arrow. The painting's a bit off, that's because it's a really old engine, and if you look here, it's very rarely coming apart, so I need to take this to the train shop to be looked at. But if we look above it, see how, if we look above it, it's still very old. But and this bit here is made of cardboard. Don't know why they made it like that. But if we look inside the engine, you've still got all the pushing gauges and throttles and stuff. And here is the tender for it. It's not really that delicate, but still pretty old though. It's from the 1960s, so I'm still glad I've got it. And here is the Pullman coach. I like these kind of coaches because they're really posh and everything's very clean and everything's very tidy, but I don't like it when they have cigarettes and stuff, or cigars, whatever that is. But I like this window right there, that nice detail into it. And we've got that little badge and the name for the coach. And if we quickly try and look inside, you can see the seats and the lamp and everything. But I don't really like the top bit of this carriage. I've got another one here. It's exactly the same, it's just different name, and it looks just a tiny bit different. But the top end's a bit different as well, but it has a different name. If you look there. And this one is one of my favourite carriages. It's this one. It looks completely different compared to the other two, because it's got this huge brown bit along here. But and there's the name for it, the car NO93. And as again, I like the windows and I like the door. I don't know how much I bought this because I can't remember, but still a good deal. Because I've got a train shop that sort of likes me and lets me have lots of cheap stuff, which I'm very grateful. Now here is a little shunting engine, as I said. It's very small, it's weak on power at the moment, it needs running in, and plus it needs some more oil and stuff to go on the wheels, but the funnel is a bit slightly damaged, but as I said, I'm still fixing my engines up because I've had them for quite a while now. But still good shunting. It's I call it the little black shunting engine. I don't know why I call that, but it just looks right for the sort of name, if you get me. And the detail in the dirt is fantastic. I just love this engine. It's fantastic. But if we look inside the driving bit, you can see the sort of motor and stuff inside. But it's still British Railway, but it's not green. I prefer black than green engines, don't know why, but it just sort of suits the engine if it was British Railway. And here is my very favourite engine of them all, is the Bachmann Thomas the Tank engine. The detail in this is fantastic, and and if you look at the wheels, look at the spacing of the wheels, it's fantastic. Like the Hornby Thomas, the spacing for the wheels is off, but this Thomas the Tank engine, it's supposed to look like the series, but the Hornby one is supposed to actually look like the actual engine. But the disappointing bit is if you look at the face, it's completely different from the real series. But the best is when the eyes move left and right, and that is very good. And if we look at the top bit of the whistle, it's very detailed there. And if we look at the back of the engine, as again, I like this hook, and sometimes right now I'm trying to buy a chain to hook up onto this hook and carry the actual car by the chain. And if we look at the coal hopper, no, that's not the word. The coal box. I just call it the coal box. Sorry. The detail in the coal is fantastic. And I just absolutely love this engine. It's just perfect for me, and it runs well. Doesn't go too fast and it doesn't go too slow. It's just perfect. It's just the actual perfect engine. It's just, if you just look at it, it's actually like the real engine. If I just turn the camera, ooh, it's just the actual engine that I like. And if we look here, I've got Annie to go with it. This is the Hornby Annie, if you look at it, but I couldn't find any Bachmann Annie, so that's why I sort of bought this one, because and if you look, it sort of actually goes with it. If you look at that. Now, moving on to Clarabelle. As again, it looks exactly the same, except apart from different name and different face. And still, it's not very detailed, but as again, I like it, and that's all it is to it, I'm afraid. So you've seen all my engines, and now I'm going to if you watch the next part, I'll do my layout. But thanks for watching series 1, episode 1, and I'll see you soon, and take care.